And now, please give a warm round of applause to your host.
Hello and welcome to the show. Hello and welcome to... Hello. Sorry everyone, there appears to be a man on stage that is not supposed to be here.
I'm the man on stage. You're the man on stage.
Yes, the one that's supposed to be here. I'm hosting tonight.
I think you got it the other way around, buddy. Your show must be on later.
No, Snooze is on first.
Then what's on second?
I don't know.
Third base!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's known in the television industry as a bit.
It wasn't real.
We were joking.
Fooled you.
The truth is, I am your host, and this man is but an actor. Let's give him a round of applause.
He's joking, of course, because I'm actually your host, and he's just an actor. You may go now.
Okay, here I go. We have fun here. But seriously, I am your host. The bit is over, and it's time for my opening monologue. Donald Trump...
I repeat, I do not know what this man is doing. I am the real host. I would never joke about you, Mr. President. You are not funny.
I don't understand why you're doing this. I am the real host.
No, I'm the real host. Why don't you go back to Pittsburgh Youth, buddy?
What are you talking about?
You know, the ones that hang around First Avenue?
What?
The youths on First.
You mean the ones on Second?
I don't know.
Third base! We got you again!
You are so stupid.
Well, we've fooled you twice now. Time for the third fool. You ready for the third fool? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, a rabbi, Kyle, and a pregnant woman walk into a bar, and you see...
Welcome back, snoozers.
I hope you had an amazing summer far, far, far away from Point Park University.
Our first story tonight is about the U.S. Pentagon and the ramp-up of media restrictions they're enforcing. The Pentagon recently announced that it will require credentialed journalists at the military headquarters to sign a pledge to refrain from reporting information that has not been authorized for release, including unclassified information. Journalists will risk losing credentials to the Pentagon if they don't follow the policy. Now, these new restrictions are a result of panic after several leaked text messages were released.
A moment of embarrassment happened to the Pentagon after editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, was inadvertently included in a group chat on the Signal messaging app where newly appointed Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth discussed upcoming plans for upcoming military strikes in Yemen. What? You didn't check who was in the group chat, dude? Also, they used emojis in the messages to celebrate an attack. JD Vance gave a prayer hands and a thumbs up emoji, which, I mean, I guess is better than the iMessage confetti when you text, "Congrats!"
Defense Secretary Hegseth gave his thoughts on the new restrictions in a social media post on X where nothing bad happens. Quote, "The press does not run the Pentagon, the people do. The press is no longer allowed to roam the halls of a secure facility. Wear a badge and follow the rules or go home," end quote. He makes it sound like they're snooping around the Pentagon trying to solve a mystery. Thank God he fixed that, because if I saw one more group of teens wandering the Pentagon with their talking dog, I would have lost it. What an interesting way to phrase it. I would have preferred, "Oh, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling journalists."
The Defense Department had another embarrassing leak to the New York Times that billionaire Elon Musk was trying to get, a briefing on the U.S. military's plans in case a war broke out in China. Hegseth claimed the briefing never took place and suspended 2 Pentagon officials as part of an investigation into how that news got out. Now, after all this, I have so much confidence in the government deciding what gets released. Let's have the problem solve the problem. That seems right, said every alcoholic ever. Not only does the Pentagon have a shield of privacy, but this is another step by the current administration to alter and lessen the effects of the First Amendment of free press. Should the public's right to freedom of speech be restricted by the mistakes of the same people who passed the restraints? To show we won't follow the same ways, we've given reporters full access to our studio. Full access. Here's a special report from our very own man in the studio audience.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey Bennicum, and I would be what you would like to consider a studio audience expert. Being a studio audience member, you're not just tasked with setting the president of the show, but you want to bring the energy with the show. You want to be the life of the show. You always have to be aware of your volume. You never want to stick out like a sore thumb. I am what you would like to consider a passionate clapper. I take pride in my craft. It's not just a show or a pastime. It's my life. No, seriously, it's my life. I live in this studio. But it's fine. I have no problem with not having any family, a house, hobbies, a dog, a car, graduating college. But I'm happy. I swear I'm happy. I have big plans for this audience. We're gonna take the television industry by storm, one joke at a time, by clapping and laughing. Who knows, maybe one day I can stop living here and start running the production myself. Watch out, Dale. Old Bennicum's coming for your job.
Who is that guy?
Good night, Jeff. Good night.
We've got a real groove passing through the studio, don't we?
Speaking of groove, I think something we don't talk about as much as we should is our talented on-set band.
We would only hire the most qualified individuals. We're talking serious jazz legends.
Sonny Rollins, Roy Haynes, Herbie Hancock.
Unfortunately, we do not get paid here at Snooze, so we cannot actually afford any of those guys. So here's Saxophony Susanna. How's it hanging over on the stage?
All right, well, it seems like her mic is cut out, so we'll check back on you later. Don't go anywhere, snoozers. We'll be right back after the break.
Take them, cue them, open their mics.
Today marked the 1-year anniversary of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette strike.
Point Park University just hosted a campus-wide meeting.
Plans for the rapid transit bus line are not set to conclude until 2025.
Tonight's story continues the discussion of censorship. The recent suspension of late-night talk show Jimmy Kimmel has sparked controversy over violations of the First Amendment. Kimmel is being punished for comments on Charlie Kirk's death, specifically on President Donald Trump's reaction to it, and jokingly how the administration is trying to pin the murder on anyone but a Republican.
Some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score a political point.
The famous television host is facing a suspension by the studio's ABC and its corporate parent, the Walt Disney Company. Kimmel's suspension precedes the cancellation of another popular show, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And seeing how this is our talk show themed episode, I have high hopes for Snooze.
And the suspension is all thanks to this bald egg of a turd, Brendan Carr, the chair of the FCC, Federal Communications Commission. He claims that Kimmel's comments were news distortion and he's falsely reporting. Yeah, because if I need to get my news, I go to Jimmy Kimmel, the host of the satirical late-night talk show. Screw CNN, screw MSNBC. I'm going to get my news from my non-controversial comedian, Dave Chappelle. Surely he won't fabricate and stretch the truth, right? Carr has been very vocal on the issue, calling for action against Kimmel and fully supporting Trump's views on the issue. Carr stated, quote, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way," end quote. This was his actual comment, which is just a generic threat taken out of a 1930s gangster movie. But Carr continued to threaten ABC and the Walt Disney Company if they didn't take action. Otherwise, they would face punishment from the FCC.
Hours after Carr's commentary, Nexstar Media Group and Sinclair Broadcast Group announced that they would pull Jimmy Kimmel Live from all of their affiliated stations immediately. These are two of the largest operators of ABC-affiliated stations, encompassing a combined 23.84% share of the network's national broadcast coverage. After the suspension, old social media posts from Carr were brought up that contradict his stated reasons for Kimmel's suspension. In 2019, Carr stated, quote, "The FCC does not have a roving mandate to police speech in the name of the public interest," end quote. In another post from 2022, Carr wrote, quote, "Political satire is one of the oldest and most important forms of free speech. It challenges those in power while using humor to draw more into the discussion. That's why people in influential positions have always targeted it for censorship," end quote. Did I just get sent to an alternate timeline? Boy howdy, I'm in the Marvel multiverse. Is this the same Brendan Carr we're talking about? The same guy who claimed Jimmy Kimmel was making an intentional effort to mislead the public that Kirk's assassin was a right-wing Trump supporter? Mislead? If anyone has been more misleading, it's you and this administration. You're like my girl best friend, saying I'm one of the best things in her life, proceeded with, "You're like a brother to me." It's like Lady Gaga coming out and saying, "I don't like attention."
Carr isn't the only one having a different opinion, as President Trump made this statement in his inauguration address this past January.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
This administration is the definition of whiplash. Make up your mind. You're for free speech and then you hate free speech. Just pick one so we know who to protest. Trump is the president of irony. He strives to prevent government infringement on free speech and then ends up promoting it. Next thing you know, he's going to go see Les Miserables on Broadway and enjoy it. Oh, wait a second, he did. I'm not kidding. First, Trump saw a musical, not only that, but a musical about the French Revolution and found it entertaining. If there isn't any more irony in that, then let the government take away my manhood. Or what's left of it.
After failing to advance budget measures to eliminate federal funding for public broadcasting during his first administration, Trump requested a recession bill to eliminate federal funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, CPB. The CPB's defunding would result in hampered access to emergency alerts in rural communities and suggestions to drop PBS and/or NPR. Trump's reaction to Kimmel's indefinite suspension was, quote, "Great news for America. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC," end quote. All I have to say is late night snooze is offended we didn't even get a shout out. We don't get ratings, and we're still making episodes.
It's amazing how Trump hasn't realized that the president is 50% of late night talk shows content. What else are they supposed to talk about? Their feelings? This isn't new. Trump's administration has been targeting almost every media station, such as the New York Times and Wall Street Journal. It's like we're not supposed to cover the one thing everyone cares about, as if keeping up with the president was an invasion of privacy. If it worked for the Kardashians, it can work for Trump. And you can quote me on that. Keeping up with the Trumps. That's actually TV Gold. Someone write that down.
On September 22nd, Disney announced that Kimmel's suspension would be lifted and Jimmy Kimmel Live would return to ABC's schedule on September 23rd. Regarding whether Kimmel would be subject to any restrictions on his creative freedom as a condition of his return, an unnamed source told Deadline Hollywood, "Jimmy will say what Jimmy wants to say."
Ben Skorup of the Cato Institute criticized the power of the FCC, concluding, quote, "As long as the FCC retains the authority to police broadcast content, every licensed station operates under an implicit threat. Say something powerful political faction dislikes, and your license is in jeopardy," end quote. Jimmy Kimmel isn't the first show that has seen studio action recently. Stephen Colbert recently lost his late-night show with speculation due to outside pressure for Colbert's comments on the current administration, while Paramount executives are saying it was purely a financial decision. They praised Colbert's show and said the decision was nowhere related to the show's performance or content.
Still, Colbert had led the network late-night competition for years, and while NBC had made financial restraints, such as eliminating the ban on Seth Meyers' show and cutting one night of Jimmy Fallon's, there have been no such visible efforts at The Late Show. CBS also recently canceled host Taylor Tomlinson's After Midnight, which aired after The Late Night Show. None of this is really surprising. Late night TV has been facing economic pressures for years, ratings and ad revenue, and many young viewers prefer highlights online. It's difficult to say Colbert was specifically shut down for political ideologies, but after other shows facing political backlash, it wouldn't be that far-fetched.
Here at Late Night Snooze, we do not condone the FCC's actions. We hope Jimmy Kimmel and his staff continue making their show with complete freedom, and we will continue making comedy our way. Welcome back, Jimmy Kimmel, and keep pissing them off.
Now it's time to get into some exclusive coverage, wouldn't you say?
I couldn't agree more, my friend. As the youth of today say, let's dive headfirst into the sauce. Kyle Lyle Shake and Smile, I hear you recently declared your major. Must be exciting stuff, right?
Well, Willie Yummy Hurts My Tummy, it's not as exciting news as your involvement with 2 other UView productions. Want to tell us more about that?
No. I would like to hear more about your upcoming film, Project Sleepy Time.
Well, just like my character in the film, you're putting me in a coma with all these questions. This is your interview, after all.
Me? Look, I know we share a studio, but I was told I was interviewing the world's sexiest man tonight.
You got that memo, too? I mean, looking at you, I think I'm in the right place.
Wait, does that mean we're both... Dude, I love your work, man. Ditto, bro, Tato. Now that we're finally in sync with each other, we can actually continue with this interview together.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
All right, Kyle. Well, the world really wants to know your go-to coffee spot.
Well, Will, you know you can never go wrong with some Skidmark coffee.
No way! I love it there! Had my own mother's baby shower there.
Your mother's got good taste. Ooh, speaking of good taste.
Brilliant segue, Kyle. You've been doing this for a while, haven't you?
Well, as the classic saying goes, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it can host some quality television.
Dude, I say that all the time. Hold on, I want to test something.
Well, that just gave me chills.
I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Maybe that's okay.
Well, Kyle, what would you say the lesson of today's segment would be?
I'd prefer if we said it together, really hammer in the point for our snoozers at home. 3, 2, 1. Respect our differences and love each other. Huh?
Hello and welcome back to the Huge Jazz Show. I'm your host, Huge Jazz, and today is a very special episode. Today we'll be interviewing artists that have been out of the game. They're short, they're fuzzy, and they're old. No, I'm not talking about Danny DeVito. I'm talking about the one, the only, Alvin and the Chipmunks! Yeah, come sit, please. No. Wow, it's been a while since we've seen all of you chipmunks here at once. You all seem to be in very interesting stages in your lives. Yeah. Now, Alvin, we have to ask. We've seen on the news recently that you just got out of rehab.
Yeah, I've been sober for like 2 minutes now.
Wow, that is great. Minutes?
Yeah.
Never mind. That is great. I am so happy to see an artist such as yourself back in the game. Now, Simon.
Yeah, when my wife cheated on me, I went down a dark path. I started hanging out with an artist of many names. A lot of controversies right now. Something with baby oil, but his parties were lit.
And now, Simon, we haven't seen you in a while. Are you and Jeanette still going strong? No, she divorced me after that's not saying.
She took all the money. So now I'm doing night shifts. You ever been to New York? And it's like district, and there's red lights. I'm that. I'm walking the streets.
Do you make a lot of money?
Oh. Handsomely.
Oh my God. Theodore, your life seems to be much happier, multifaceted.
Thank you.
Multicolored, even. Could you dip your toe into the rainbow about that?
The rainbow?
You're gay?
Oh, yeah. I'm happily married to my husband, and I'm actually the CEO of a peanut butter company. My life has just been pretty great after we all split up. I mean, I'm in a much better place than they are, you know, especially since Brittany cheating on Alvin was Simon. What? I thought this was public. I'm so sorry.
No, it wasn't. I'm sure we can talk this out.
No, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. She preferred my walnuts.
It was so great being here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just gonna, yeah.
I gotta go to work. Alright.
This is a whole day stop. Ooh, $5.
Well, that's all for the Huge Jazz Show. I'll see you next week. That was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Now's as good as a time as any to check back in with our one and only band member, Saxophone Susanna.
It sounds impressive, but she is in fact the only one.
Take it away, Susanna!
God, I love live music.
After we come back from the break, we'll check in with Late Night Update and 6-second skits. Stay awake, snoozers. We'll be right back.
I think I need to go lay on the ground for a while.
Sorry. Breaking news, we're just getting this now. Yes, I'm being told Santa's dead.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Late Night Update. I'm Corinne Lamar.
And I'm Khalil Johnson.
Over the summer, Point Park has recently made the decision to remove full-time security attendants in upperclassmen dorms. In other news, student government is in the process of approving a new Taekwondo club. Let's hope that gets put to good use.
The rapture has been rumored to be coming numerous times, most recently last Tuesday, and I'm not sure. I'm surprised that I'm still here, or did I see it coming?
City Council has passed a new zoning law banning vape shops within 1,500 feet of schools, parks, and churches. And don't worry, we're fine. Boost crashed early this week, following student crash outs across campus. Boost is better than the dining hall, but not by that much. Makes you wonder, what's in the food?
Nothing pairs better with a smash burger than cotton candy fruity tooty sparkle twist. This past Saturday, Point Park University hosted its first open house of the season, welcoming roughly 700 prospective students and guests. Highlights included the glamorized version of the dining hall, the brand new Civic Center, and of course, the students are getting their money's worth, getting some of that good air conditioning.
I and many students alike are struggling not only to get student-friendly jobs, but jobs, period. Early this week, I posted my audition video for employment, and I received a comment saying, quote, higher chances of getting cast in a movie called Employed than getting a real job. But seriously though, if you're hiring, I'm 5'3", based in Pittsburgh, and I'm available on weekends. Here to comment straight from Reddit, please welcome a Redditor from r/workplace.
Hey guys, long time looker, first time caller. Thank you for the upvotes. It took a lot to get me here.
You're not on Reddit right now. This is live TV.
Yeah, I know. But I'm still expecting at least 400 karma for this.
Okay, so what's Reddit saying about the workplace?
Well, r/workplace says you should always act like a boss, even when you don't have that title.
So why not just become your own boss? Start a company.
Too much responsibility.
Do you have any advice for our unemployed viewers?
Yeah, I don't bother with a career coach. When I needed a job, I went straight to Reddit. And I went to Reddit's Am I the Asshole? Told them about my last job, and now I am employed.
Well, what did you say?
One day when I was working at Nothing Bunt Cakes in Shadyside, I got locked out. I needed to deliver a couple of bunts, and they weren't far off from the window, so I had my trained raccoon Jerry break in.
Okay, so...
And then they didn't even put the cuffs on me. They put them on Jerry. So I don't see why I was fired when I'm the one without a criminal record.
So where do you work now?
I'm employed at City News Outlet. It's actually less than 1,500 feet from here.
That actually checks out.
So here you have it, students. If you're struggling to find work, just remember, career coaches know some, but Reddit knows more.
And if that doesn't work, maybe join the Taekwondo club. Thanks for joining us tonight. Here's 6-second skits.
On the next episode of Jaboobly, Surrounded.
Oh my god. Are you even hearing yourself right now? You're not listening. Let me finish.
Are you guys hearing this?
20 college students face their toughest debate opponent yet.
Is this what you do in your free time? You gather 20 college students just to argue with them?
Oh my god. It is impossible to talk to you.
These woke students try to stand their ground.
You'd rather attack my character than address any part of the argument because you don't have any part of the argument.
but the truth can hurt.
Oh my god! I'm intrinsically biased because of my paternal upbringing? No. You're intrinsically biased because of your... Let me finish. I'm arguing with someone that... I'm arguing with the... It's like I'm talking to... It's like...
They'll have to face...
To an asshole. To an asshole.
a brick wall.
Oh, so you got nothing to say? Wow.
Thanks for tuning in to another Late Night Update. I'm Khalil Johnson.
And I'm Corinne Lamar. Snooze will be right back after this break.
Up next is a special and completely legal segment of Carpool Karaoke.
Kyle! Hello! So glad you could make it to Daniel's Dancing Drive.
I'm glad to be here, Daniel. So what are we dancing to here today?
Well, why don't you ask our special guests?
What? I didn't know. Who are these people?
Don't worry about them. Let's dance.
Are they producers? I've never seen anyone else in the back while watching this. What is this? Is this some sort of costume or something?
It's a special dance. It requires costumes.
You know that bank on Fifth Avenue? The really big one with the fancy lights?
Yeah, that's where I do my banking. Why?
We're robbing it.
We? You mean you guys?
Nope, we. You included.
You signed a contract, big man. We're going to be entering from the south door entrance, where Will is going to let us into the vault, where we will send in our distraction. The little girl with the mom.
What? Did you take a little girl too?
More like lured her in with the power of dance.
Guys, I can't do this. This will ruin my reputation and get me blacklisted in every studio in the world.
Hey, studios gotta make their money somehow.
After we send in the little girl, we'll have Will call the cops to report a missing child, so then they'll already be there and distracted by the time we escape.
This isn't gonna end well, guys.
We haven't gotten caught yet. All right, we're pulling out to the alley now. Everybody get your dancing shoes on.
Go, 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 go.
Guys, I really don't think I should be here. Where's my agent?
You know what I could use right now? A good jam.
Hit it, Susanna!
You can tell it's really coming from the soul.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, let's hear it one more time for our soul member of the band, Saxophone Susanna. We want to thank you for tuning in to this very special episode of Late Night Snooze. For more content, check out both of our social media pages on Instagram at Late Night Snooze and UView Television. You can also check out more episodes on our YouTube channel or our website, uview.pointpark.edu. You got all that?
Yeah.
I'm Will.
And I'm Kyle. Good night, snoozers.
Someone.